from
Brooklyn, New York.
This is the Rock and Roll Geek Show. This is the story of my rock and roll butler.
Welcome to the Rock and Roll Geek Show. My name's Michael Butler. Thanks a lot for joining me. I really appreciate it. Can you hear me out there? I am in Brooklyn, New York. It is 5 minutes to 2, and it's Wednesday, August 5th. This is day 5 of the Dog Days of Podcasting, attempting to do a show a day for the entire month of August. As you can see, we're in the big city, no longer in the undisclosed location. We had to bring undisclosed Raquel's friend Jennifer back to the airport, so we figured we'd come here and she'd get a leg wax and maybe go have some food that we can't get in the undisclosed location. So we're going to go to a Chinese place once she gets done with her leg wax. We're going to drop off my SVT cabinet. I have an 810 SVT cabinet that she doesn't want up in the place up in the undisclosed location, so we're going to bring it to her place in Brooklyn and put it in the basement. And then we're going to go have some food that we can't get in the undisclosed location of upstate New York, which I chose Chinese because you can't get good Chinese up there. It's all American Chinese. And we're going to go to a Szechuan place. Hopefully it's going to be good. It looks like the menu looks hardcore, and I can't even pronounce the name of the place, which is a good sign. I am walking down 7th Avenue and St. John's Place. I don't know if you know where that is, but it's in the Park Slope neighborhood of Brooklyn. I'm walking towards a bar. It's very loud, as you can tell. Might go have a beer and wait for her to get out, and then we'll go do our thing. I got another question of the day. This is from Kirk Crawford, which, by the way, Kirk Crawford, thank you so much for the $100 Dog Days donation. I really appreciate it, friend. You saved the show again this month. By the way, you too can leave me a Dog Days donation if you'd like.
I say 15 because that's when the baby's big enough. I say 15 because that's when the baby's big enough.
There is a donation link at rockandrollgeek.com. Did he Venmo? I think he Venmo'd. My Venmo is at Michael-Butler-11. So it's a value for value. This is the Adam Curry started the value for value. Him and the great John C. Dvorak, rest in peace, who I'm going to miss very dearly. If you like this, if you get any value out of this, I ask that you just contribute whatever you think it's worth to you. That's the value for value model. You already know that if you're a friend of the show. Kirk Crawford, thank you again, Kirk. Hi, Michael. A couple of follow-ups to Lars Lunova's question in the August 3rd show about regrets. Because he asked me if there was anything I regretted the minute I did it. I should have said this that Kirk Crawford mentioned. When you were a member of Jet Boy and on tour supporting Alice Cooper, we actually weren't on tour with supporting. We did not tour with Alice Cooper. We opened for them at the Warfield in San Francisco. We were supposed to go. I did not know this until Billy told me afterwards that they wanted to bring us on the rest of the West Coast dates, like for the rest of their tour. And because of me sitting in Alice Cooper's wheelchair, I blew it, apparently. So I do regret that. I do absolutely regret it. He says, do you regret sitting in Alice's mock electric chair? It was not a mock electric chair. It was a wheelchair. There was a wheelchair backstage, and the Cold Ethel doll. I don't know if you know what Cold Ethel is, but there was a song, Cold Ethel, one thing I miss is Cold Ethel in a skillet. Great song from Walking in My Nightmare. So he had the Cold Ethel doll was laying down on the floor, and my friend Danny Valdez, who had been traveling with Jet Boy, he's a photographer. He's a great photographer, by the way. Danny Valdez. I don't know what his Instagram is, but look for a guy named Danny Valdez. Great photographer. Anyway, he snapped a photo, and we got caught, and apparently we got reprimanded by Shep Gordon. Was it Toby Manis Alice's manager who was on tour with him at the time. We got yelled at, and because of my antics, we were not asked to do the rest of the tour, which I feel really bad about that. He says, do you regret sitting in Alice's mock electric chair when you knew it was explicitly forbidden and resulted in your exit from JetBoy? Actually, I did not know it was explicitly forbidden. I just saw it back there, and I was overwhelmed because I'm such a fucking huge fan. I just said, went to Saturn and picked up, and I said, take my picture real quick. And we got caught. So I didn't know. I mean, I should have known it was forbidden, but I got overwhelmed with the fanboy shit. So do I regret it, Kirk Crawford? Yes, I do. If I'd have known they were considering taking us on tour with, if I'd have done it, if it happened today, if we were asked to open for Alice Cooper, and I saw that, I'd probably do it again. But if I was told specifically, don't touch anything, or we're going to use you guys on the next tour, I probably wouldn't. I would have said no. I would have profusely apologized and tried to do damage control and begged them to reconsider. So I do regret that. That was immature of me, but hey, man, I was an Alice Cooper fan. Still am. So in some ways I regret it, and in some ways I don't. He also said, if you have a picture, can you post it on the Facebook? I don't have that picture. I have looked for it. I'll try to contact Danny Valdez and see if he has it. That, by the way, that was a great show, and we went over fucking great. I mean, I don't want to brag, but your friend Michael Butler was pretty rocking out on stage that night. Actually, the whole band was, and we went over really well at the Warfield. I guess it was kind of a hometown crowd, but that was a good time. So, Kirk Crawford, thank you for that question. I hope that answered it for you. Yes, I do regret it, and I probably would not do it again. I've grown up a little bit since then. And I was also a little bit rebellious, and I don't know what I had. I had a little bit of a rebellious chip on my shoulder at the time. I regret it. And did I deserve to get kicked out of JetBoy for that? Probably. But that wasn't the only reason I got kicked out. You know, Billy was into the Al-Anon thing, and they thought I was a drunk and all this other. It was just a long story. At the same time, it worked out okay, because at the same time I got kicked out, I got offered, I take that back. It did not, I got offered the Ginger gig in LA, and I don't think that was at the same time. It was so, because Billy had us open for Ginger at the Viper Room, so I was still in JetBoy at the time. It was around that time. I got kicked out shortly after. All right, Kirk Crawford, thank you for that question. Great question. He emailed me and said, I think that question wasn't that good. You don't have to say, but I think it was a great question, Kirk Crawford. Thank you for sending it. If you have any questions for your friend Michael Butler, either record it into your phone and email it to me, rockandrollgeek@gmail.com, or just write it in. Either way, I'd prefer to hear it from your voice. But anyway, that you want to do it is appreciated, friends. I need content for the dog days. All right, I will talk to you tomorrow. Michael Street is doing, friend of the show, friend of mine, Michael Street is doing a album review every day on the Facebook group, which I did not create, but I do approve people. We just got to answer a few questions that are made up by the great sheriff, so we know you're not one of those people who's going to threaten to wipe another country. All right, enough of that. Where was I? I lost my train of thought. Michael Street is doing a album review every day for the dog days, and today's one, number 5, is an Udo album. I think the album might be called Animal House. I don't know. This is the song he wanted me to play. I don't know this album, so I don't know any of Udo's solo stuff. I know except Balls to the Wall and Fats as a Shark. But this is Udo. Thank you for listening, friends. rockandrollgeek@gmail.com is where you can email me. rockandrollgeek.com is where you can find the show. dogdaysofpodcasting.com, where you can find all the other shows that are doing daily shows for the month of August. Find me on the Facebook, R&R Geek. Find me on the Twitter, R&R Geek. Find me on the Instagram, Rock and Roll Geek, don't ask. And I think that's about enough ways to reach me. I'll talk to you soon. Here is Udo. I'll talk to you tomorrow, friends. And please keep the donations coming. Without your donations, this show would die. Horrible, putrid, stench-filled death. All right, I'm going to get out of here. And I'm at a place called Charlene's. I'm going to go and have a beer. It's a nice dive bar in Brooklyn. I'll talk to you soon, friends.
It's a rock and roll geek train wreck.